Namaskar friends, welcome to my channel. Today the topic is busting myths about spirituality. There are many myths surrounding this topic. Let us see that. People say that spirituality is, you have to go to Himalayas and do some sadhana, do some spiritual practices there, and you have to renounce the world. No, nothing like that. There is no need that we should renounce the world. We can be in the world and do our best. In fact, the spiritual people are more effective at their worldly things. Even the normal work at home, they would be more meticulous, they would be more planned and more efficient at that. Then, another myth is that spirituality takes a long time, we do not have time, we are so very busy people. I understand that. Nobody has this much of time to give to any spiritual practice. But please see that. Where do we spend our time? In making money, that is our profession. What else? In entertainment? Yes. So we see that we sort of engage ourselves in work and entertainment. Both of them are outside. Now, what happens to the inside? When you see that when you do some, maybe even 30 minutes if you invest in any spiritual practice, even 30 minutes, you will see that your productivity will increase and the sleep will decrease. So you are gaining and not losing. People say that spirituality is not fashionable, it is a very dull sort of thing. Well, in that case, you please see to it. Go and find in the internet the Hollywood actors and actresses, the Bollywood actors and actresses whom you follow. You see how many people are doing yoga, pranayama and meditations. And you will see the top ones are incorporating these things in their daily lives. So it is an in thing and not an out thing. Spirituality is in. People say that spirituality is boring. The spiritual practices are boring. The spiritual practices, they might seem to you that they are boring at first when you just start them, but slowly and slowly you will start enjoying them because it's the most intimate connection between you and your body, you and your mind, you and your breath. Then some people say that spirituality, if you are spiritual, then you cannot be successful, right? Because you lose the urge to win. It is not so. The spiritual people, they can become, and they become better CEOs, and they acquire the top positions at the organizations only because they are spiritual. Meaning thereby, they are hardworking, they are loyal, they understand what is going on in the employee's mind. They work for a better relationship between employer and employee. Organization will grow only when there is a coordination, there is an understanding between the employer and employee. In that case, the employee does their best. So, spirituality makes you more successful rather than not successful. Similarly, people say that, for spiritual people, married life is over. No, Spiritual people may enjoy the pleasures of life if they want. So there is nothing like the physical intimacy pleasure is gone. Then some people say that the spiritual people are supposed to be simple, and I don't feel like being a simple person. I want this and that and all the luxuries of life. There is no problem in you enjoying the luxury of life and being a spiritual person at heart. You may enjoy the luxuries of life, but once you understand that these luxuries are sort of children's toys, then you will transcend them. You are not supposed to suppress your desires. Rather, the desires will fall off themselves slowly and slowly when you start going up spiritually. Then these things, they will just fall off. If you try to overcome them, if you try to restrain yourself, then that becomes too much of a hassle. Another myth is spirituality is religious. See, spirituality is the end point of religion. Religion and spirituality are interconnected. Religion is a stair towards spirituality. Religious practices, they may be different in different religion, but the basic principles, they are the same. The basic principles of service, the basic principle of compassion and brotherhood, they are just the same in all the religion. The practices may differ, but the ideology remains the same. Some people say that spirituality is hard work. Well, gymming is also hard, but aren't the young people doing this? Because they want a fit body, a good looking body. The students are working hard, they are studying hard because they want to get good marks in the exam. Spirituality is work. Not a hard one, but it is work. Because if you want to become the creator of your life and not the victim of your life situation, then yes, spirituality is a work. People say that spirituality is unattainable. It is something that it is very difficult to achieve. It's something like a mountaintop. No, spirituality is a journey. The spiritual people also go through the life situations, and it is just that they bounce back little easily and in a little less time. They also face the life situations and they become angry or anxious or feel the pain because they have certain knowledge and the support from the spiritual practices. They tide over the extreme situations. The myth that the spiritual people are supposed to be always happy, no, it is not like that. They also feel the pain. Another myth is the spiritual people are very boring people. Well, I must say, the spiritual people are the juiciest of the people. Why I am saying this? A spiritual person, if he even looks at a bud or a flower, he falls in love with the flower. He looks at the moon and falls in love with the moon. He or she sees the face of the child and falls in love with the divine. So you see that the spiritual person sees beauty in everything, divine in every piece of creation. So he cannot be boring. He is usually spreading positivity and good vibes all around. So after discussing all this, I know that many of the myths are gone and you have a fair idea of what is spirituality and what it is not. Thank you for listening to this video patiently. Namaskar.